Today, we're diving into the quest for authentic connection in a world that's, well, run by screens, texts, and algorithms. You know that feeling, right? You've spent the entire day on, bouncing from one video call to the next, but when you finally shut your laptop, there's just this nagging sense that you haven't really connected with anyone. So let's get into why that happens and what we can actually do about it. All right, first up, we've got to talk about this bizarre modern problem, the connection paradox. We have more ways to talk to each other than ever before in human history, yet somehow, a lot of us are feeling more alone. How does that even work? This right here, this is our daily reality. We're living in a high bandwidth world. Pings, notifications, emails, texts, it's a constant stream of information. But all that digital noise doesn't automatically equal high connection. In fact, sometimes it feels like the more we communicate, the more disconnected and isolated we become. This leads to something researchers call the authenticity gap. Just think for a second about the difference between writing a super formal work email versus how you talk with your friends while playing a video game online. For so many of us, our most real, genuine connections happen in those fun, informal spaces. That gap is the disconnect we feel when our conversations feel more like a performance than a real interaction. And look, this isn't just a hunch. The numbers back it up. For years now, the data has shown this really clear shift. As using the internet became one of the main ways young people socialize, good old-fashioned face-to-face time has been on the decline. And that has totally reshaped what connection even means for a whole generation. So if this is the world we live in, how do we navigate it? Well, it really starts with understanding the tools we're using and picking the right one for the right moment. It's about choosing our channels wisely. Think about the trade-offs we make every single day. Video calls, they can be awesome. Seeing someone's face can literally trigger oxytocin, that's the bonding hormone. But it also puts a huge strain on our brains, what we all now call Zoom fatigue. Audio calls, on the other hand, are way less straining. And get this, some studies show that when we're only focused on a person's voice, we can actually get a more accurate read on their emotions. Kind of wild, right? And since video calls aren't going anywhere, we've got to get good at them. Showing up on time shows you respect the other person. Not talking over them gives them space to actually think and speak. But honestly, the biggest one, not multitasking. Putting away your phone and closing other tabs shows you're actually there, that you're present. And that is the foundation for any real connection. Now, let's put the warmth of an audio call up against the convenience of a text. A voice is just packed with emotional data. The tone, the pauses, the way it goes up and down, it creates this real sense of presence. Texting is great, don't get me wrong. It's the silent glue that holds a lot of modern relationships together with quick check-ins. But it's also a minefield of misinterpretation. Without hearing a voice, a simple "okay" can mean 1,000 different things. Okay, so now we're going to enter a totally new frontier. Because it's not just about humans talking to humans anymore. What in the world happens when AI joins the conversation and starts simulating intimacy? So here's a startling idea from researchers. The tools we use are actually changing us. AI-powered platforms are all about being efficient and clear. And the risk is that we start to copy that style. We become more direct, more to the point, but maybe we start stripping away all the messy, emotional, imperfect stuff that makes a conversation truly human. And this isn't some distant future, it's already here. AI is everywhere in our most personal spaces. We have AI companions like Replica offering friendship, AI therapy bots like Wobot giving support, AI algorithms shaping who we date, and of course, running our social media feeds. Synthetic intimacy isn't sci-fi anymore. It's just Tuesday. Which brings us to a really deep question. There are new AI health agents that can listen to your voice, tell that you're sad, and then say something comforting. It can simulate empathy. But is that the same thing? Is simulated empathy real empathy? Can something that doesn't have feelings of its own truly connect with ours? So, to get through these tricky new ethical waters, we're going to need a guide. We need some kind of framework to help us think clearly about the tech we're inviting into our lives. And luckily, some researchers have proposed exactly that. Think of it like an ethical compass for navigating the age of AI. It's a really simple model to help us figure out what this technology is actually doing to our relationships. It's called the REAL framework, and it's built on 4 questions. First, R is for retained. What part of authentic human connection is this tech helping us hold on to or maybe even improve? Second, E is for eroded. Is this tool cheapening our relationships, making them feel shallow, or just like another transaction? Third, A is for atrophied. Are we letting our core emotional skills, like empathy or just being patient, get weak because we're not using them? And finally, L is for leveraged. How can we use this thing to actually do some good in the world and build real communities? And this quote from the people who created the framework just nails it. It's a reminder that moving forward with technology should never, ever mean sacrificing the quality and integrity of our relationships. So, technology brings all these new challenges for sure, but the solution? It's something that's been around forever. It turns out the ultimate tool for connection isn't some new app. It's the simple, powerful act of truly listening. Now, experts will tell you that active listening is way more than just being quiet while someone else talks. It's about giving them your full focus. It's about understanding what they're saying, reflecting on it, and actually remembering it later. It's about making the other person feel genuinely, completely heard. And that is the absolute bedrock of trust. And the best part is, this is a skill anyone can get better at. It starts with really simple stuff. Put your phone away. Don't be afraid of a little silence in the conversation. It gives people room to think. Go into it with real curiosity, wanting to learn. Pay attention to their tone of voice, not just their words. And try repeating back what you heard. It shows you were locked in and helps you make sure you got it right. In the end, it all boils down to this one crucial point. Whether you're on a video call, a phone call, or sitting across the table from someone, the tool you're using matters way less than your intention. The only way to truly connect is to be truly present. Analyst Bjorn Beam puts our modern dilemma so perfectly here. We are standing at a crossroads. And yeah, the convenience of technology is really tempting, but outsourcing our most human interactions to machines, well, that could come at a very steep price. And so that leaves us with one final question. This one isn't for me, it's for you. In a world with a million ways to communicate, and with AI getting better and better at faking intimacy, how are you going to choose to connect with the people who matter most? The choice, really, is ours.